Stop financing terrorism. Join Terror-Free Energy Coalition. Visit www.terrorfreeoil.org.
Well, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad says he's going to attend the UN General Assembly on September 19th. But should a leader who has said outright he thinks Israel should be wiped off the map be allowed to speak before the world body? Joining us live in D.C. is author of Living in Hell, Ghazal Omid, and in Los Angeles, University of Southern California professor and co-author of a Los Angeles Times piece called Defusing Iran with Democracy, Mohammad Sahimi. Professor Sahimi, let me start with you. Now, you think the threat from Ahmadinejad is being blown out of proportion, that he's not serious when he says things like, I want to wipe Israel off the face of the map. Is that right?
That's correct, because Ahmadinejad and his supporters know very well that if they make any wrong move on Israel, they will receive a powerful response from Israel with its 200 nuclear warheads that can basically evaporate Iran. They know also the same thing about the United States. So when they make statements like that, what they're actually trying to do is talking to masses in the Islamic world and to the base of their support in Iran, so that in case the United States and or Israel attack Iran, they can frame that as a confrontation, not between his government and the United States government, but as a confrontation between the Islamic world and the United States.
Ms. Omid, you know very well Iran. Does Ahmadinejad really mean what he says, or is it more like what the professor's saying?
No, I don't agree with the professor, because Iran has really bad track record with human rights and killing thousands of people. If Iran makes a mistake, which I'm hoping that they will not do it, they know that there would be no toleration of that, but at the same time they already said that our country is 10 times bigger than Israel, and by the time that Israelis can actually send us any atomic bomb, we already destroyed Israel. So at the expense of Iranian people, they might do it.
And Professor, are you really willing to take the chance that Ahmadinejad does not mean what he says? I mean, the world would be a lot better off had we taken very seriously what Adolf Hitler was saying back in the 1930s.
Look, if you just look at the track record of the Iranian leaders, as repressive as they are domestically, they have been very cold and calculating when it comes to foreign policy. Consider Iran's uranium enrichment program that they restarted since February of 2006.
Which, by the way, we should mention, you don't think they're making bombs with this, or have the plans to make bombs for this, right? You think it's just for energy.
What I have always said in my articles is that so far the International Atomic Energy Agency has not found a shred of evidence that Iran is actually moving towards weaponization.
But yes, do you think that Iran is trying to get a bomb out of this work?
I believe what they would like to have is the capability to make a nuclear bomb if and when an emergency, a national emergency or crisis arises. Whether they would actually cross the threshold and make the bomb is a completely different matter.
Well, let's ask Ms. Omid, because it's a very serious question that we have to be sure we know the answer to, Ms. Omid, don't we?
No, that's absolutely true, but I don't trust with a government that has a track record such as Iran. Even if they're bluffing, I won't take that bluff very easily, and I'll say, well, but they haven't gotten there yet. When they get there, we will have very little time to react to it. So we better be prepared for something larger than they're actually doing.
Now, you say be prepared. You think we should cut them off before they have the chance to actually get a bomb. What does that mean? A direct attack?
Absolutely. Well, I don't think we need to direct attack, but we need to help Iranian people. There are about 85% of Iranian people who don't agree with this government. They're ready to do a revolution. We need to help them, support them, and the Iranian people need to earn their own freedom as they brought this regime to power. So a regime change is in order, in my opinion.
But how, Ms. Omid, can we do that? How can the people of Iran, even if they're the majority, go against the people who have the reins of power, who have the money, who have these nuclear processing plants?
Well, this is up to the U.S. government and the rest of the world to help Iranian activists. As an activist right now, I'm working toward organizing different groups in Iran, and the people who I am working with, they are working very hard toward that. Hopefully we can do it. I cannot give you classified information on television, but if anyone is interested, we are ready to talk about it.
Professor Sahimi, finally, what happens if you're wrong? What happens if they are working towards getting a bomb? What happens if Ahmadinejad does want to wipe Israel off the map?
I don't believe, this is a very hypothetical question.
I understand, but you have to ask yourself that question, don't you?
Well, I have asked the question myself, and the response is as follows. Iran is not after an offensive nuclear weapon if they are after making nuclear weapon. It is only meant to be a deterrent because Iranian leaders are worried about Iran's national security and territorial integrity.
Well, we got to leave it at that. We have made a mistake in not taking some of these guys seriously in the past. Adolf Hitler, one simple example of that. Professor Mohammed Sahimi, Ms. Ghazal Omid, we thank you very much. Appreciate you both coming in.
Stop financing terrorism. Join Terror-Free Energy Coalition. Visit www.terrorfreeoil.org.